Hi guys, welcome to Education Friday. Today I would like to talk about the focus muscles of Pilates. Quality versus quantity, or the sensation of burning. Have you seen this exercise on Reformer? I'm sure you have seen. So Rika is going to demo this all four exercise. So she's gonna keep going, pretending that, not pretending. She's gonna straighten the legs out as she exhales. So I'm sure you have seen this exercise a lot, either in your class or you have experienced this for yourself. Most of the time, teacher will say, do you feel the burn in your butt here? Do you feel the burn? If not, make it harder. Make the spring even stronger. Let's just kick it. Let's just burn. Let's just hold. Let's just hold for pulses. But do you know that Pilates is more than just this big muscles group that you are working on? There are many other details that you might want to consider when you're doing this exercise or when you teach this exercise. For example, number one, Rika is actually very good in this in her form, but now she's going to pretend that she's going to keep her back not stable. So when she straightens the legs out, you will see that she's arching her lower back, crunching the muscles here in her lower back, and when she come back, she lengthens the muscles again. One more time, you can see that this back muscles is shortening, and then she return. Sure, you're working your butt muscles, but you notice that the back or the pelvis is not stabilized, the core is not properly engaged to maintain a proper form to stabilize the hips before you move the leg. Okay, this can cause tension in the lower back and perhaps maybe instability of the hip joint. And now the second point that I would like to highlight to all of you. So Rika is gonna doing this exercise again. Okay, so you notice when she reached her leg back, her right hip or supporting hip is leaning away from this working leg. So you can see that instead of her using her hip stabilizer to prevent her from shifting the weight to standing hips, so instead of keeping the weight aligned by using hip stabilizer to maintain stability of the outer hips, she's leaning away. So that is also another detail that you might want to pay attention to. Details number 3. So I want you to look at her scapula here. Okay, so Rika is going to continue to do this exercise. You can see there is this winging scapula when she's on her all four. So winging scapula, if it's not due to the bony structure but from imbalanced muscles, this is not actually good for the joints that is bearing weight under her scapula. For example, her shoulder joints, her elbow joints, and her wrist joints. So she might have tensions in those joints. Okay, instead of just hanging down into those joints, so I usually will correct her and say, Rika, can you try to push into your hands, engage this muscle serratus anterior, to try to use these muscles to help her stabilize her shoulder blades against her back. So I hope you enjoy the tips today. Please come back for the next week.